Hello, San Angelo. Welcome to Live Daily News Show. I'm James Bellini.
And I'm Tessa Koskovich.
In news, the 3 teens involved in the River Point apartment murder case are in custody.
There were a number of crashes today.
And Pfluger held a town hall today, which was a train wreck.
Before the news, Sandra Mohr with ASU is in studio today, and we'll get into that interview right after these messages from Carpet Tech and Jim Bass.
It's the 25 Ford Mustang, expertly crafted in Flat Rock, Michigan. Now's the perfect time to seize our exclusive employee pricing and amazing dealer discounts, allowing you to drive off in this iconic car for just $31 grand. Selection, employee pricing, and dealer discounts make this the perfect time to buy. Built in America and sold right here at Jim Bass Ford for over 60 years. Houston Hart and Arden Road or 24/7 at bassmunch.com.
My name is Cade Simmons. I'm the site manager here in San Angelo. What matters to our customers, I believe, is what we say is CT quality, CT experience, just making sure their needs are met, taking care of their home like it was ours. You just have to keep thinking of, it's never the wrong time to do the right thing. So just making sure you're taking care of what needs to be taken care of, and just knowing that they can rely on us, I think, matters to them a lot.
Welcome back here. James Bellini here with Sandra Mohr with ASU. Miss Mohr, how are we doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. We're talking about ASU's online learning today.
Absolutely.
All right. What is different about online learning?
So online learning's been around for a long time.
Right.
The very first online class that's considered online learning was 1976. So for me, that's
a while now.
Yes. I think for me, what's so great about online learning is that it's so much easier to do than it used to be, but it's so much better than it used to be.
Right.
I mean, we all carry around cell phones, and our learning management system has been upgraded. We've been working on that. You can do a lot of your coursework right from your cell phone. Obviously, it's much better from
a laptop or something.
Yes. As my eyes get older, it's much better to see from a bigger screen,
right.
Those types of things. But it's much easier to do from a laptop or even an iPad type of thing. But it's really that convenience and ease of use to be able to get more information, continue learning, that type of thing, to make it so that you can continue learning. So it's not
right.
like, when I think about learning today, like when we went to school, most people were like, okay, I'm either going to graduate high school and go right to college, or graduate and go into the workforce.
Right.
And then when you got that degree, you were done. But now, when we think about lifelong learning, we think of it as like that 60-year curriculum where people continue to learn throughout their life, because so much is changing and people need to retool, reskill, and re-get more like education and knowledge, because jobs are changing and what we need is fundamentally changing so
right.
that we are marketable.
No, even like with the introduction of AI now, it seems like things are advancing at an exponential pace. So learning is incredibly important just to try to keep up with everything that's going on.
Right.
So I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh no, AI is one of my favorite topics. I get
right.
really excited about AI stuff. So fall's coming, obviously. And so for our online learners who are early and ahead of the game, online orientation just opened up. And part of the orientation, we have a module all about AI. So one of the things is that we're trying to integrate AI throughout all of our curriculum. We do have 2 brand new AI programs that are starting this fall. One's an undergrad AI and one's a master's in AI. Those are great programs for people who want to do computer science AI.
Right.
So I think about AI sort of in 2 different ways. The computer science piece, which is great, but not everybody wants to be a computer science person. And then there's the AI applications. Now, AI touches all of our lives, right? And so I think of like Netflix. I mean, most people use the Netflix type things, but if you have ever gone through a McDonald's drive-thru and you see the screens that change, there's AI behind that. And they change based upon how long it takes to make certain menu items and how busy they are, or even their inventory. So they're switching that up. Or if you use their app, they know your behaviors and your patterns for buying, and they do push things. So it's all
right.
this technology behind the screens to get you to buy more.
Right.
So it's pretty much integrated into everything we do. There's
very
little.
It's not just ChatGPT. I went to the GPT.com and asked it a prompt, and no, it's in everything. It's if you're going through TikTok or whatever, the ads that come up are designed right. for you.
Right, and so when you think about, TikTok is a great example. Like those algorithms are very good at figuring out what you're watching, what you're listening to, what you like, because they want to keep you in that site.
Right.
But AI is also what people are doing in their workplaces. Like healthcare is getting huge into AI, and some of it is predicting and catching things earlier and helping us stay healthier longer. And so it's really learning what each particular field is doing. And so we start very early on, and then for undergrads, freshman seminar has AI built into it, but we have it spread through all the curriculum, teaching faculty, making sure that they understand what's going on in those fields to really help learners. And the rationale for that is that we're not trying to teach people just to use tools. Like you mentioned ChatGPT, that's
Right.
just one AI tool. There's
Right.
infinite numbers of them. But it's really being a leader in using AI, because we want you to be able to get out of school, get great jobs, be able to create the future of what things are going to be. And so what does that look like in your particular field, in your study? And so much of that is really how do you continue to learn, and how do you build that into that process of learning your particular field of study?
Right. Does for online does it matter what you're trying to get your degree in, or do you have most of those classes available online?
So obviously, if you were going to go to school online, you would need to pick a program that's online. So
Right.
we do have a lot of great choices, everything from bachelor's, master's, certificate programs. There's short-term certificates, which I think are great because they can stack into bigger things. And I always tell people sometimes they're nervous about, I don't know if this is for me, I don't know if I can do it. I'm like, take the first step, reach out and request some information, talk to somebody, get an idea. If you're getting good feelings, try one class. See what things work for you. You don't have to commit to maybe work towards a certificate. If that works, then work towards a degree. So it's sort of in your mind just being like, well, let me just see, let me get a little further and a little further, because sometimes it can be like all the way out can seem daunting. But when you think even about, like, if you have your bachelor's already, getting a master's can be done in a year to 2 years, depending on what you want to study. So things move very quickly online because most classes are 8 weeks. So every 8 weeks you can start a new class.
Okay. Is it at your own pace as well, or is it kind of spaced out over that 8 weeks?
That's a really great question. Most classes are asynchronous. And so what that means is that they're built around your life. So most people who go to school online are working, have families, and have busy lives. So it's built around your life. Now, there are deadlines. So a lot of people have deadlines on Sunday night. That doesn't mean every faculty member does that, but a lot of them are Sunday night.
Right.
So you know what you have to do during the week to get that done. So some people are great doing stuff before work. Some people are great working at lunchtime. Some people are evening workers. So it's figuring out those times. Now there's a couple programs, for example, like our social work program, they have live synchronous sessions. That means you need to log in at a particular time and be there. So
Right.
knowing which program, it's just certain regulatory requirements for programs say you need to do this for this. But most of them allow you to work at your own pace and time as long as you're meeting those deadlines. So you have a good idea as to when things are due. And the longer you get into it, the better you get at predicting, okay, this is going to take me about this much time to get through this much. And you have faculty in all of these classes. So it's like when I think about correspondence courses back in the day when people would mail you stuff, work this and ship it back.
Right.
And then it's moved into like when you think about some of those massive open online courses, you can go in and work at your own pace. You don't have a faculty member. Here you have the same amazing faculty that you have if you'd be on campus doing a face-to-face class. And they're in those classes interacting with you. You can ask them questions. They have office hours. So it's the same type of thing. Most of the online faculty have office hours, but also say, if these don't work, then let's set up a time that works. Because again, most of the times when people want to meet with me, it's in the evening or the weekend because that's when their schedule permits. And so I think it's understanding that your faculty will be flexible for the things that you need. The other thing that's really great that our students, whether they're on campus or online, is that they also have access to Coursera Career Academy. And so those are micro-credentials. And so why that's so important is that you're learning additional skills on top of what you're already learning in your degree program. So let's just say that you're getting an online degree in history, but you do the Coursera micro-credential in project management. And so when you're getting out and you're looking for a job, you have something slightly different or better than somebody else who didn't do that. And so
Okay.
how you differentiate yourself from, or if you want to learn a very specific niche technical skill or something, how do you learn something that really sets you apart, or how do you find something that you're passionate about to really help with those career paths? And then I think the other piece is really thinking about online. You have your community of cohort people that you're learning with, but you also have all the resources like online advising, so you're working with people who help you getting the right classes. But there's also career services, because all of us want to get education for different reasons, but most of us want to find the right career path. And so there are people that help you with finding jobs or figuring out how to do the right path to get where you want to be. And then, of course, faculty are great resources, but all of the resources, like there's online mental health resources that students can get resources to. And then, of course, if you're online and you're close to campus, you can come to campus anytime. But, for example, the library, almost everything is available online. If not, they can mail it to students to get. So say there's some book in the library that they need for their particular research that's not online, they will get it to them. And so all of those resources are available to them, which make it really nice, so that they feel like they're part of the RAM family.
All right. Well, how does somebody contact y'all if they're interested in online learning?
So very easy, angelo.edu/online. You can find out information about all the different programs, all the different offerings. We have a dedicated digital learning advisor. Mandy is awesome. She'll talk to you. You don't have to know exactly what you want, but part of it is picking up the phone or sending an email. She's great either way, really just having conversations, walking through things. For me, the hardest part is really filling out that application, and then there's someone working with you throughout the rest of the way to kind of help you get through the right path.
All right. Well, Ms. Mohr, is there anything else?
I think that we're good, but there is still time if people are thinking about fall.
Yeah, well, when's the deadline?
So classes start for the first part of fall on the 25th of August.
Okay.
But again, they start every 8 weeks. And so if for some reason they get their application done, but maybe they don't have financial aid applied for and ready to go, for that deadline, they can always get started for the second 8 weeks. So it's one of those, now's the great time to reach out, find out more information, see if something's right for you, and we can get you started once you get everything ready to go.
All right. Well, Ms. Mohr, thank you for coming in.
Thanks so much.
Absolutely. Back to you guys. Into the news, Justin Ramirez, Devon Lewis, and Dominic Garcia are all in custody according to the San Angelo Police Department. Last week, on July 23rd, San Angelo Police responded to the intersection of Rio Concho and Roosevelt Street for a gunshot victim. The victim, Joe Angel Martinez III, succumbed to his wounds, and Ramirez, Lewis, and Garcia were observed on security footage shooting Martinez in his car.
Ramirez allegedly admitted to being involved in the shooting to a witness, and he also said that it was a drug deal that went bad. In a release, SAPD commends their Criminal Investigation Division, Crime Scene Investigation Unit, Narcotics Task Force Special Operation Division, and the community in helping find the 3 suspects.
And around lunch, there were a number of crashes in San Angelo, one at Southland and Sherwood Way, where a white Ford failed to yield the right-of-way to a black Chevy. Occupants sustained minor injuries, and no one was taken to the hospital.
The second was near Shannon Medical Center downtown and involved a gray Buick SUV and a Dodge Journey. Both vehicles were towed, and it's unclear if anyone went to the hospital. The third was on North Bryant and 4th Street that involved a white SUV, and no details were given to us at the scene, but a vehicle did have front-end damage and wheel damage. The fourth was a very serious crash where a rollover occurred on Loop 306 that involved a Chevy Blazer and an 18-wheeler. Both vehicles were traveling westbound. The semi was making a lane change and misjudged his timing and clipped the Blazer, causing it to lose control and flip several times. The driver of the Blazer was conscious when he was transported to the hospital. These crashes weren't the only wrecks in San Angelo today, as August Pfluger held a town hall, and it turned into a circus, where hecklers were tossing out questions that had nothing to do with Pfluger. One was about FEMA money being redirected from flood victims in San Angelo to Alligator Alcatraz, to which Pfluger denied the claim and called it false. Border security questions were the most heated exchange. There were numerous outbursts from the crowd, and Pfluger tried to keep the peace. One man, who was the son of an illegal immigrant who later became legal, left saying he couldn't stand any more of Pfluger's lies. Go read the story on sanangelolive.com for the full background of it. And we'll be right back with weather after this word from Jay Chandler.
It's hard to believe how reckless some people can be and how hard they fight against real victims. You need a partner who consistently beats the giants and who will never, ever flinch.
Into the weather, temperatures will be in the upper 90s all week, and lows will be in the upper 60s and low 70s. Right now it is 93 degrees outside with a high of 94 and a low tonight around 72. Tomorrow the high will be 97 with a low tomorrow night down around 68. On Wednesday, the high is back up at 97 and the low will be 69. Thursday will be hot at 98 and the low will be 73 Thursday night. We'll be right back after this quick message from Condos, Diamonds, and Coins.
When it comes to unique pieces you can't find anywhere else, Kano's Diamonds and Coins is your one-stop shop. With over 24 years in the diamond and coin industry, Kano's Diamonds and Coins is West Texas's choice for diamonds, jewelry, coins, silver, and gold. Owner Bill Kano stands by his work and offers free consultations, including estate jewelry. Don't just trust anyone with your valuables. Come see the staff at Kano's at 1016 West Beauregard in San Angelo.
Thank you for watching the Live Daily News Show.
The only locally owned news show in the Concho Valley.
Go like us on Facebook, X, and other social media platforms.
And download the San Angelo Live mobile app.
For the live team here, I'm James Bellini.
And I'm Tessa Koskovich.
And we'll see you tomorrow.